I just wanted to express my gratitude and my thanks to everyone that has subscribed over the past 3 to 4 days. I didn't have any expectations when I started doing this. I just wanted to try and post some videos and move out of my comfort zone and do something that I'd convinced myself I couldn't do, see if I could help some people along the way. So seeing over 100 people subscribe in 3 days has just blown my mind and really inspired me. And from the bottom of my heart, I would just like to say thank you very much for your support and your subscriptions. It means more to me than I think you would know. Just wanted to get that out there. Thank you. On with the video. So I have had hundreds of conversations over the years with all sorts of different people about the topic of mindfulness. And I would say that although most people have heard the phrase, because it is a common phrase nowadays, very en vogue, I found that it is often misunderstood, or I think a better way of saying it is misrepresented. And as a consequence of that, it gets overlooked as a tool that can help. And the most common response I get when I ask if it's something that people practice is probably, certainly from those that don't, I don't have the time. And I get it, but it's not about needing more time. That's the thing. It's more about learning to change your relationship with time. So, in this video, I am going to attempt to define mindfulness in a way that is easy to understand, and I want to introduce a few ways of seamlessly, potentially weaving some mindful practices into your everyday to help you deal with that stuff I talked about before, the anxiety, stress, emotionally, physically, tension, same sort of thing, and to make the most of your time here in this beautiful world that we live in the hope that by the end of this video, I'll have convinced you to at least give it a try. If you're not already, in which case, love that. And I would also love to hear how you make it work for you in the comments below. Okay, so I think the simplest way to define the idea of mindfulness is the most obvious one, and the one you've probably heard lots of times before. It's the act of being present. But I'll expand on that because it might sound simple, but in a material world that has an uncanny knack of amplifying the regrets of yesterday and the worries of tomorrow, being fully present can feel liberating, because when you are mindful, all that really means is that you're fully engaged and absorbed in what you're doing. You're paying attention. If, for example, you're walking, your attention is centered on the act of walking, all right, on the feeling of the ground beneath your feet, on the rhythm of your steps and of your breath and the flexing of your muscles and the beauty of the world around you. It is not on an argument you may have had with a colleague at work 3 weeks ago. And when you're eating, your awareness and your intent should be centered on the act of eating. So you notice and savor the aroma of the food, the flavors and the textures, and you feel the nourishment that it is giving your body. That's where your attention goes, not on something like money, how much you don't have, and the stress that makes you feel. It's really about honoring your choices and the pace of your journey, and learning to channel your energy and your positive intention into the present moment and into everything that you do. Because here's the thing, and it may sound obvious, but the past is behind you. It's gone. It's beyond your control, and it's outside your sphere of influence. And the future obviously has yet to be decided, and that exists as nothing more than potential. I'm going to talk about that in a future video. So if you strip it all back, when it's all said and done, all you, me, we are truly able to control is now, this moment. And you practice mindfulness to make the most of it, to make the most of life. So when you choose to live in the present moment and you pay attention to now, the infinite now, it's a nice way of saying it, you start to notice the opportunities that it presents. And I'm not just talking about the obvious stuff. I'm talking about simple things, like small things that you could often take for granted or that might pass you by. And this helps to teach us gratitude. Key word there. It invites us to pause and say thank you. I know what you might think. What? But seriously, you say thank you for this breath. Thank you for this meal. Thank you for these clothes. Thank you for an iron this time, okay? Thank you. Now the young me would have found that last statement hilarious, okay? But the young me thought he was going to be a billionaire rock star. And he also knew everything. It couldn't be told. But this version of me, the more mindful version, I love it. And I wish I'd have learnt it sooner, because you realize that it's not about the pursuit of perfection or what somebody else thinks that looks like. And there are no failures. There's just you and your journey within and without. And wherever you find yourself, know that coming back to the present moment, to the here and now, back to your breath with compassion for yourself, that cultivates gratitude and it reignites happiness. So that would be my definition of mindfulness from me to you. And I think that's the end of this video. So thank you very, very much for watching. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you are having a wonderful day, morning, afternoon, evening. Just hold on to your happiness. Shine bright. Take care. Bye.